On Sunday, I said I would start writing the next part of my story on Monday, and that's exactly what I did. I got about 1,000 words done, and I was thinking, well, wait a second, just 1,000 words isn't good enough. And I look up how many words should I try to write a day, and it says, oh, other people are writing 1,000 words a day. I'm like, oh, that's great, because my plan is to write at least one story a week. And if I do 1,000 words a day and I have a story of 3 to 4,000 words, oh well, I'm well within the limit, and that gives me plenty of time to edit it and add to it and make changes as I need. And I've got plenty of time. And I was thinking, when I'm writing these words, I gotta have not just any words. I have to have quality words. And immediately I realized that doesn't make any sense at all. And I'm trying to think of where I heard that. I have to imagine I saw make sure you write quality words on some terrible advice site for writing. If you've ever looked on, well, if you guys are online, you know how terrible the advice is everybody has online. It applies to writing as well. Some people, they're as amateur as me, and they're already telling people have quality words when you write. I'm a very amateur writer. I don't know if my words are quality. Even the best writers have to edit what they write, so obviously they're not writing quality words, or they would never have to edit. And I just say, I'll just write. And then other people are saying, well, you can write, but make sure you throw it all away. And I'm thinking, why? Why do I have to throw it away? Why can't I let other people see my crappy writing? And that's why I'm writing it like this. Because I want to show people something. There's a problem with a lot of creative works. You only see the absolute crap or like the absolute best stuff. You never see the transition from absolute crap to good. Now, there's no hope for me from going from absolute crap to good, but I can at least try. And I want to show people that just you don't have to hide your crappiness. You can put it out there and say, hey, everybody, look at my crappy story. And people don't like doing that because there's a whole bunch of people online who think it's the most hilarious thing in the world. They say, hey, your crappy story, it's crap. And here's my terrible advice on how to make it better. And it's always terrible advice on how to make it better. Because they never stick to your story. They always say, here, I'm just going to write your story for you. Here's my story, and I'm just going to replace your story with it. And it's going to have nothing to do with anything you wrote. Now, writing's a creative thingamabob. What this means is that the outcome of writing, whether somebody's going to like it or not, is completely subjective. I've read stuff that people say, this is fantastic, this is the best thing I've ever read. And I think, really, this is complete crap. It's filled with adverbs, and if you don't know what an adverb is, it's pretty much anything that ends in an ly or y, or an ly, like wimpy or bigly. Like in the first part of my story, I originally had old Markster hitting Friedrich with a wimpy punch, and then I said Friedrich checked to see if he was hurt, and he wasn't hurt. And you might think, oh, what's wrong with that? Well, I repeated myself with an adverb. Like, I don't need to have wimpy there because I immediately say that it didn't hurt him. So what's the point of having wimpy there? That's an adverb. Wimpy is. And that's one reason I'm putting it in. And because I could just have wimpy there, but then, well, how do we know it's wimpy? It's because you told me it's wimpy? Well, no, because Friedrich wasn't hurt by the punch, so it's wimpy. It's not strong. Like an adverb, whenever somebody uses an adverb, it's being used in place of actually explaining that what's happening. Like somebody might say, "This is a beautiful woman." Okay, but why are they beautiful? Or maybe it doesn't matter. Depends on your story. Like most of the videos, I completely forgot where I was going. I was talking about people I was talking about people not wanting to post their crappy stories because they're afraid of all these people who say, "Hey, I'm gonna crap all over your crappy story, and it's gonna be hilarious." Isn't there anything worse than somebody who thinks they're funny when they're not? And I see people who try to funnily review or critique somebody's terrible story, and it's like making fun of a 5-year-old. There's nothing funny there. Like we know they're a dumb little kid. You don't have to rub it in, you jackass. So regardless of whether or not my stories turn out to be complete crap all the time or eventually become good, I really hope that somebody might find these videos one day. They say, "Oh man, I suck at writing. I'm just so bad at this. I don't want anybody to know." And they see this and they suddenly get the idea, "Oh, you know what? Who cares? Who cares if it sucks? I just want to show everybody. I want to show everybody, hey, look at what I did. I spent my valuable video game playing time writing this crappy story. I could have been playing video games all day, but instead I wrote this story. I actually did something. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be good at writing. And then you can thank the old Catman here for inspiring you and motivating you to keep writing your awful, awful stories full of adverbs and body parts bouncing up and down. Stop having body parts bounce up and down in your terrible stories. What's happening in your story where we need to know that a body part of some kind, and you know what I'm talking about, is bouncing up and down? Just stop it. Just no reason. Maybe in the next video, I'll explain what I think about pointless descriptions. This one's getting kind of long. I'm kind of pissed off. I pissed myself off.